Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial about Horace, about how I draw Horace and how I make him cute. And thank you so much if you participated in the Draw This in Your Style. I'm really excited to see what people come up with and if anyone decides to try to draw Horace. Draw Horace. Sometimes it sounds like I'm saying horse. Horace. So I wanted to give you a little background on Horace and how he came to be. So I've always wanted to write a children's book. So in 2016, I took a continuing education class at SVA where I went to art school, and I took a summer course, everything about children's books, how to design them, the story, everything. So that's when I came up with the story. And of course, obviously that's when I came up with the characters as well. So I wanted to make a story about an animal that was a little obscure, that wasn't something that maybe everyone had heard about or had seen. So I came up with a slow loris, and I felt like a great name for him was Horace. So it wasn't easy to come up with a story in a children's book. It's really, really difficult. It's really hard. And especially for me, I mean, I'm such a perfectionist, and I knew that I was going to be doing the illustrations for it, along with the writing. I'm not a writer, but I think I'm creative. So if I have to write something, then I'll put everything into it and come up with something that I feel like is worthy of my drawings, because I know that that's what I excel at, is the drawings. Horace did not look that good when I first draw him, or the other characters in the book. But that's the thing, is I drew him, I drew all the characters, and then eventually I was like, I don't like these characters, I need to rework them and remake them. So I did that over and over and over again because I was just never happy. It took me 2 years until I was able to get the book even up on Amazon. So, it's a long process. It really, really takes a long time. So don't get discouraged when something doesn't look perfect in the beginning. You have to get to that stage before you can get to the next stage. You have to take baby steps first. You have to just put something down, and then you can improve on that, and then improve on that more and more and more. So that's what I did, and I'll show you some older pictures of Horace and the other characters that are a little hard for me to look at now, but that's the journey. So it was around the end of 2018 where I was able to get the book out and sell it. It's on sale at Amazon. Horace and the Secret Recipe. And one of the great things about having my own children's book is I was able to read for children in the Read Across America program, where people read stories to kids in grade school, I think it's preschool and first grade and things like that. So I did that for the first time in March, right before the pandemic. I was able to do that. So that was really, really, really fun. I never read my story out loud to kids. It's really different to see how they respond, to see where they laugh, and where they, which character and which animal they found more appealing. It's very interesting with kids because there's no filter. They either like something or they don't, and you can tell by their faces. So it was a really rich and rewarding thing for me to experience and do. And I was terrified. I was really, really, really afraid to read in front of children, and just to read in general, knowing that this whole thing, the story is mine. It's one thing to read someone else's story, but that everything was mine. The story was mine. The drawings were mine. This is just a representation of my creativity that's put on trial right in front of me. But it was a really great experience, and I'm looking forward to doing it again because it was really fun. Hopefully when the world gets put back together, that they'll be able to do those programs again. Who knows? But so anyway, back to Horace. So he's just I really love the character. I've turned him into a Jedi. I've turned him into a camper. I've turned him into everything in between. I like drawing him. I think he's a really great, strong character. I've even animated him. This is my first time animating, and I did a few little dinky animations before that weren't that great, but I did 2 with Horace.
Hey, my name's Horace, and I like grapes.
And it was fun. I mean, animation, it takes such a long time. respect to all the animators out there, because it is not easy. It takes a long time to animate, and I don't know if I can. I mean, I guess if I just had all the time in the world to animate, I would, but it's tough. You have to really be dedicated, and it really takes over your life. So I almost forgot one more thing. Not only did I complete Horace, my book, but I've gotten to work on a few other books just as an illustrator since that time. And this is another book that I drew, which is also available on Amazon, Magenta Pistachio, by Jolina Jazwinski, and of course I did the illustrations. Very cute. She's very adorable. And I've actually worked on a few since the pandemic. I've actually worked on a couple projects, including one really cute book about a dog named Oliver. I'm not sure if I can say too much more about it now, so we're just going to leave it at that, because I know he's posted some things about, with just sort of teasers. So I think that's all I can say now, but it's really cute. I really loved working on it. I might make a whole video just about that book once it comes out, and I can share more about it. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there as well. So Horace, another reason that I wanted to do my own children's book was for practice. As an illustrator, I knew that if I was going to do children's books, I needed to go through the motions myself to run into the problems that I'm going to have to run into. Obviously, this is only one situation where I'm doing it, but I wanted to do everything from start to finish to get a real feel for what I'm doing. I just think that's the professional and most efficient way to start. I mean, I knew I can illustrate, but if I'm going to make a children's book, I want to have one or two made myself so I can say, this is what I can produce. This is what I'm comfortable with. So that was another reason why I wanted to do my own book, just to get the experience, because sometimes it's hard to get sometimes to get a job, you need experience, and the only way to get experience is to have the job. So for me, I made the job for myself. So sometimes you just have to make the experience. You just have to really be your own boss and put yourself to work. Horace, for those of you who participate in the Draw This in Your Style and have read this far in, or not have watched this far into the video, just send me a message. Don't put it on my wall, don't put it like public, but send me like a message with stating, let's see, I bet Horace really likes pancakes. You can write whatever else you want to write, but just write, I bet Horace really likes pancakes. Either on Instagram or on YouTube. No, I guess on YouTube it has to be public, right? So on Instagram, do it on Instagram or Facebook. A private message. But if you send me that, then I'll send you a sticker. Like I don't know, like I have stickers of Horace and I think they're really cool, and I have a bunch of them. So I would love to just have like prizes. If you do the Draw This in Your Style, then I'll pick a few like winners and they can win stickers. But if you write that, then I know that you're interested and that you're invested in Horace. So I'd love to send some stickers out because why not? I just think they're fun. I think it's cool. So I bet Horace really likes pancakes. So that's what it's going to be. I'll probably forget that I'm like talking about this now. So, but once I see the line, I'll remember. Anyway, so that's just a brief, not so brief history of Horace, the slow Loris. Bless you. Horace, the slow Loris. And and I really appreciate you, taking the time to just watch my videos and be invested. I'm glad that you're getting some use or entertainment or value out of it, because I'm going to make a lot more. So I'm going to be gone for about a week. So I'll be back doing some tutorials probably maybe the second week in August, because I'll be gone for a week and then I'm coming back, and then I'm going camping for a night and then glamping for 2 nights. So I'll probably post some pictures in my story on Instagram. But yeah, so let me end it there. I really appreciate you. As always, keep drawing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you liked Horace. Again, if you want to participate in the Draw This in Your Style, please just head over to my Instagram at drugfreedave, and you can draw Horace, and I'll shout you out. I'll feature you on my story because I'd love to see what you can do with Horace. I fully colored him and have him holding ice cream, so that's the post that you'll see. I'll post a time lapse of how I finished coloring him. I didn't intend to. I just kind of started working more on him, and then he was colored and he had ice cream. So once again, I appreciate it, and yeah, definitely keep drawing as much as possible, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know why this outro was so dramatic, but it happens.